And ahead of India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the United States, we caught up with Vardhan Shringla, India's ambassador to the United States. And this is what he had to say about the forthcoming visit.
Well, as is normal, the Prime Minister of India and the President of the United States will speak on a wide range of issues of mutual interest, which will encompass bilateral issues, regional issues, and global issues. Clearly, issues that involve trade, our strategic partnership, defense, and people-to-people contacts. These are all the issues that are expected to come up. The exact outcomes is difficult to say because there's still a lot of work in progress and we still have a few days before that meeting comes up in New York. But I think what is important is that this is the third meeting between the Prime Minister and the President of India since the re-election of the Prime Minister and the government in India. It shows the intensity of relations, the closeness of relations. It shows also the importance of relations between India and the United States, two of the world's largest and oldest democracies. And I think this is what will be reflective of the relationship, that within a matter of 3 months, we will have had 4 meetings between the heads of state and government of our two countries.
All right, so in the course of the next week, during Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the United States, we will bring you a special edition of Gravitas live from the heart of Action, New York.
Progress.
मेरा देश बदल सकता है.
Propaganda.
कश्मीर की दुनिया में आवाज उठाने वाला एम्बेसडर.
Statesmanship. Brinkmanship. Climate action. Chaos. Non-violence. Nuclear threats.
हम 2 न्यूक्लियर आर्म मुल्क हैं. अगर ये आगे टेंशन बढ़ती है तो दुनिया को खतरा है इससे.
Exposing the contrast with research, not rhetoric. Because decisive arguments do not need high decibels. Your primetime news destination takes you where the news is. Gravitas, live from New York, making sense of the news.
Now, besides addressing the Indian diaspora at Houston with Trump at his side, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also be attending the United Nations General Assembly session during his 6-day visit to the United States. The Prime Minister is expected to hold roundtable talks with at least 61 top executives of some of the biggest corporate groups in the United States. Firstly, Prime Minister Modi is slated to meet with 16 leading corporates in the energy sector in Houston. There will be roundtable talks with bosses of the world's biggest conglomerates. These include the likes of Baker Hughes, British Petroleum, ExxonMobil, Schlumberger, Westlake Chemicals, and many more. Then on the 25th of September, the Indian Prime Minister will be meeting with executives of 45 of the world's top corporate entities. Roundtable talks are scheduled in New York with firms such as Bank of America, JP Morgan and Chase, Lockheed Martin, Google, Microsoft, and many more. Now, these high-profile meetings, of course, come at a time when trade tensions between the United States and India have been rising, with Donald Trump having complained about tariffs that have been imposed by New Delhi on American products. He's described these tariffs as no longer acceptable, and also the fiscal deficit this has led to between the two countries, and therefore the two countries are trying to finalize a trade deal before Modi and Trump meet in Houston. Now, the Prime Minister will be arriving in Houston on Saturday. He'll be, of course, heading straight into his first business event, which will be a roundtable with several chief executives from the energy sector. On the 22nd of September, the Indian Prime Minister will be addressing the Indian diaspora. Remember, almost about 1% of the American population, that's almost about 3 million people, are said to be of Indian origin. Now, both Democrat and Republican Party congressional representatives will be present at the event.